Does Paulo still work at NRS? Oh, I thought you were talking about the Magic the Gathering player, the Brazilian god of Magic. If top players DM'd me for games every day, I would be good. Are you sure, Cold Stare? What up, Sexton Exciting? Are you sure? Like, are you dead ass? Are you sure? Yeah, I'm not sure if Paulo works at NRS anymore. I think if DM them, I do that, and rarely do they decline. I think it depends on the game, right? In a game like Soul Calibur, the scene is really small, so it's very easy for like you to play with others and just either teach them something or learn something, right? I played so much ranked back in the day that it wasn't a bad thing. 1 second. I'm burping like crazy. I played so much ranked back in the day that it really wasn't a bad thing for me to play with lower level players than me. Because when I played with lower level players, I could understand lower level players' offense and defense more. So when I ran into someone really shitty on ranked, who I knew damn well didn't belong in the rank they were in, I could bully the fuck out of them. I could beat their fucking ass and make them feel horrible, right? And the reason why that matters is because I'm there for points, okay? Look, I'm here for one thing. He's only here for one thing. And it's points, okay? That's it. That's all I'm there for. So if playing against lower level players and weaker players and behoove me, I'll do it, right? And I think I did it even when it didn't. Like when I stopped playing ranked so much, I was like, I'll just play sets with whoever, right? I ended up playing sets with Terror, who's not nearly as good as me, but he's cool. Giving them juicy internet points, exactly, right? And players like Silver and my friend Nanis and people who are significantly worse at the game, but I can learn more about how to play another character or how to play against someone who doesn't really know what they're supposed to be pressing. I think the coolest part about playing against worse players. Now, this isn't like a flex. I'm not saying to do this because like it's funny. You can kind of learn a new character on a weaker player, right? Like, so say there's a character you've never played before, a character you're trying to figure out but don't fully understand. I think it's a lot harder to play them against someone your exact skill level. Because if they're playing their main character, they're gonna fuck you up, right? Like, it's like when you're playing Call of Duty and you're playing in like high prestige, high ranked lobbies, and like everyone's like triple prestige with their guns or whatever, and you're like, I need to do challenges with this pistol, so I'm running around with this pistol. I'm gonna shoot you guys with this. Is that fine? And they're like, I have all the attachments for this gun. I'm aiming down sight at all times. I'm peeking this corner. Motherfucker's never making it out of my sight. Like, it's harder, right? Whenever you're playing against someone around your skill level to mess around with secondaries. And I think that's a big proponent as to why I took secondaries into ranked, because rank degrades, or rank, I should say, doesn't degrade, but it doesn't exist for those lower characters, right? They'll be like the lowest possible best rank, right? So because I'm A with a bunch of characters and S with a bunch of characters, all of those characters are D1 in Soul Calibur, for reference, or in Tekken, it's kind of the same thing. They're all significantly lower. So I can like just understand the fundamentals and beat people around the D rank area. Now when I get to C, when I get to B, I've got to learn more about the character. I've got to understand what's happening, like what my offense is supposed to flow like, what my good defensive tools are, when I can press my advantage state, when I need to hold back for disadvantage. Those are all things that I have to think about as I get better with the character. And if I never have the chance to think about those things, you're just out there fighting for your fucking life. So there is upside to playing with weaker players. It lets you learn new characters, which I think is pretty cool. If you're not always doing that, that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think that helps a lot. And because you're still significantly better than most of the players in that category, right? If someone like hits you up like, hey, your girl was like beating me up, or hey, you're Yoshimitsu, or you're Jin Kazama if you're playing Tekken, because Tekken's rank system works the same way as Soul Calibur, so I can use this as the same guide, right? Your ex character was doing really well against me. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Can I play you some more? Right? You get more sets against that person. That person gets more sets against you, so they can start to learn more what their character's supposed to do against yours as you start to build and layer your offense better. I went from B4 to C2 in 2 days because of that. Then I run into all the S ranks on their secondary or tertiary characters. Just lose all my points again. See that? Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, right? Like, so they're on like their secondaries or tertiaries, and this man's on his main, and he's like, I'm fighting for my fucking life out here. What's going on? What's happening? How do I beat this? What do I do?